So I want to start off this video by just saying thanks to all the people that have watched my videos in the past. I love the comments. They really do inspire me and encourage me to improve my videos as I keep going. But I've been traveling a lot and I've had a lot of questions about my photography. So I'm going to let you see what's in my camera case this time, and you are actually probably going to be a little bit surprised, but mostly what I have is junk. I use old used cameras that are beat up, didn't cost a lot of money, and that's what I'm making my videos out of. I don't have the expensive equipment. There's no drones or booms or fake backgrounds or any of that stuff. I just go out and shoot, and whatever inspires me, and try to make it work in the editing process. So I put this video together over the last few months as I was traveling. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it inspires you. Enjoy! Although it's a gorgeous day in Valley of the Gods, Utah, I'm actually taking the day off just to get caught up in a few things. And one of them are just do a few little quick videos. People have been asking me what kind of camera equipment do I use, and how do I get sound? Well, right now I'm just using a Sony Handycam, but the camera I usually use is a Canon G15. So if the question was, do you need special equipment to do videos? Yes. Does it have to cost a lot of money? Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, most of this is old camera equipment that I'd had for a few years. This Canon G15 is about 5 years old. There's a better model. I'll find out what it is and I'll put it in the video. But this is a point and shoot. That's all it is. It does have HD, so I can do movies, but most of the time I bought this just so I could take pictures on the road, just snapshots. But there's a few things that I've modified on it. You can see its little toupee. That is a little piece of like fake fur, and I've glued Velcro on here and Velcro on there. And the reason I have that is wind noise. Today there's no wind at all, so I'll show you other examples of how that works. But the mics are here and here, and the only way I can cover them up from wind noise is just to make this little toupee, and it just pops on like that. Fluff it up a little, and that does block some of the wind noise. Cost of that, Velcro and some fake fur, it was like $2. So that's the basic camera I use. Now, this camera, as well as the Sony that I'm filming with right now, do not have remote mics. And that's a huge problem, especially if you're doing distant shots, or if it's windy, or a multitude of things. There's car noise in the background. I get that a lot. A lot of the times I'll be by a river, and I think in my first videos you'll see there's a lot of hissing in the background. It's because I was right beside a river. So what I did to rectify that, and I'll just show you what I originally got here, is I had a microphone that came with my entertainment system. This is one of these mics used to balance the sound on your sound system on your home entertainment. I think Sony makes these. I've seen them on eBay for like $9.95. And all it is, it's a flat mic, about 15 feet of cord, and what is that called? A phono plug. I think this is an 1/8 inch. I had to make a little adapter just from an electronics store that goes to a 4-pin phono jack. And that fits into my phone. And there's nothing extraordinary about this phone. This is I got from Verizon. It's a LG 4G phone. and I'll do a close-up. What I did is I've got a software on here, and it's simply called Audio Recorder. It's an app you can get. It's free. They don't force you to put a lot of advertisement or junk or any stupid thing like others do. And so what I do is I hook that up to my phone, and this little fuzzy little ball is a combination of a hair thing that I picked up at a dollar store. It's just a fuzzy ball. It's styrofoam with fuzz around it and an elastic. And to go with that, I've got another dollar sink strainer. So what I did is I took the sink strainer, which looks like this, and I cut around and just made 2 little loops, and I'll show you a picture of that later, and drilled 2 holes to hold the elastic on. And then I took this, it's got a styrofoam ball in it. I took the ball out, and then I just sewed, now you can see it here a little bit. I sewed this stuff onto the strainer, and I used the original elastic that's on there to hold it over the mic. Now the bottom part, these mics have a 1/4 inch thread. So I just used the bottom of an old camera case that was a 1/4 inch. You can use anything like that. And your typical little clip you get at a stationery store. And so all I do is I put this over the elastic, over the nut, I guess you'd call it. And then I can clip that on like that. This goes into my phone. I go record, and I'm recording sound. So that way I don't have to worry about background noise or anything like that.
Let's do a demo. This first clip uses only the raw sound from the camera mic.
So here's a perfect example of why I use a remote mic. It's a horribly windy day and I'm on the edge of a cliff.
So now let's see that same video, but listen through the remote microphone.
So here's a perfect example of why I use a remote mic. It's a horribly windy day and I'm on the edge of a cliff. You can see there's a lot of wind. But we'll compare what I've got on the camera to what I've got on this mic and you'll see the difference. Plus, I can walk around and you can still hear me. It doesn't matter if I'm close or far, you're going to hear the same levels. And I just have to edit it into the video later on. This is just such a deal. It's an outdoor, it's a trekking pole, but it has a thread for the camera. So you can actually put your camera on here. Hopefully I can. Okay, I've got it a little awkward here. But I bought this in Walmart for, I think it was $12. And it's the handiest thing. There it goes. It goes on like that. So you can hike and you can hold it like this and do panoramics, or just keep it still if you can't bring a tripod when you're hiking. It was like one hell of a deal, $12. And I've used that a lot in my shots. Now the other thing that I use in my camera equipment, this is a junior box of Pringles, and inside is your gas station styrofoam coffee cup with electrical tape around it, and a polarizer. Now I'll have to sort of superimpose how the polarizer works, because I don't think you're going to see the difference here. But actually, hold on, maybe you will. Let me just see if I can do this. Okay, it's probably not going to work, but I'll try. As I rotate it, you'll see it gets better in a certain position. In any case, if you're doing landscape photography and you want to bring out the colors and you want to darken the sky, a polarizer is what you need. Unfortunately, on my point and shoot camera, there's no place to put a polarizer. And because the lens pops out, I have to extend it. So what I did is I took this coffee cup, I put electrical tape around it, and I just pop it around there. Now I have a polarizer. And you'll see, especially pictures in Valley of the Gods, how extreme the colors are. And it's not because I enhanced it. It's the polarizers brought out the colors. There's one more thing that I've got, and that's this little, it's called a Techno Boy. I picked this up used, and it's just a little tripod that I can put in my backpack, and unfolds, put the legs down. But it comes handy when you're having to do a shot, especially if you're doing a self-portrait. You've got to be in it, and it's super light. This one's really old as well, but I'm sure there's something similar you can get today. But it's also a lifesaver when it comes to shooting out, especially with hiking, because it weighs like nothing. However, it can really steady your camera. You can sort of do a pan with it as well, like that. Real lifesaver.
One last example. I wanted a picture of my trailer with the canyon in the background, but my vantage point was too low.
So here's my shower rod, my trekking pole, and my camera up top. I think I got it. There's probably other ideas I can share, but this is a good start. This is an ad lib. I haven't rehearsed this video, so hopefully it's not too long. But I hope you enjoyed this, and if you have any questions, drop a note. Anyway, happy camping.